Welcome. You are now tuned into the Textually Active podcast.
Welcome back to another episode of Textually Active, your weekly dose of conversations about navigating the digital age while dealing with friendships, relationships, and all the ships in between. I'm Rez, and I got Meezy with me.
I'm just here fucking it up. Hey,
and I got E on the boards.
Yo,
it's something about when you hear somebody say "fuck it up." Don't it make you go just that much more harder?
Go crazy.
You just go crazy.
When a nigga yell, hey, when they see you, I see you, hey, you gotta fuck it up.
It's almost like it touch you in your spirit. You just start, yo, Meezy, I see you over there, hey.
I've been seen, so I gotta fuck it up now.
You can't let that A go unheard. You gotta
Black
let
people do not let A's go to waste.
You gotta let them know that you feel them and you felt that A, and that A ignited something in your tailbone.
Black people don't waste A's.
We don't. How y'all feeling? What's going on?
Whole lot of regular shit.
It felt like we was just here, don't it?
Probably because we it's a whole lot of regular shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is here. You know what I'm saying? It's Tuesday, so, you know, nigga had to work over the weekend, which was trash. But, you know, I used it to my abilities. I ain't going there and do shit. Just sat there, used the phone, did some independent research on some shit. You know what I'm saying? Laugh at motherfuckers on the internet. But, you know what I'm saying? Everything but work is what I did.
Okay, so when you say you was working on the weekend, did you work on Saturday?
Nah, just Friday night.
When you got to go to work on the weekend, do you play that Drake song? Working on the weekend like usual.
No, because I don't usually have to work. Usually don't. But, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's
working
just
on the weekends unusual.
Yeah, working on the weekends is unusual. But,
working period.
I see what you did. That's fire. I saw what you did there. I'm trying to tell you, bro, we can get you some bars. I know some people who could write for you. I mean, I know that's downplayed, but you're a girl, a woman, so there ain't nobody really gonna pay attention. Look at Lil' Kim. They call her a legend, and Biggie was writing about sucking and fucking.
Wait a minute. We no Little Kim slander will be tolerated.
All right, bro.
Because she taught me how to squat down like that and show that cat.
So niggas call slander the truth slander now. What the fuck is going on in these streets?
So you were saying,
but we can get you some bars. We can get this career started.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
we got to pick you a cool rap name.
Put a 1 in the comments if you want to see me spit this shit right now. I'll do it right now. All we need is a beat.
Hey, hold on.
All we need is a beat. Find me a beat right now.
I didn't say you was ready for it right now.
I can do it.
I didn't say you.
Give me the fuck them other nigga. Give me C Murder. I got this.
Hold on.
You feel it?
I'm nervous.
You feel it?
Oh,
you're supposed to be like, "Hey, fuck it up."
I feel like the trumpet's about to jump
Say,
in.
"Hey, fuck it up." Hey, fuck that up.
I know for a fact when Snoop played that the other day, you was going crazy.
I was losing my shit.
Like, oh shit, Snoop is on his own.
First of all, the way Snoop was body rolling and wiggling and sea walking and throwing up gang signs.
Nah,
I had to remember I was on the couch with my husband.
You know what it was? It was the fact that Snoop was dressed like he had on a pajama set.
They said it was a onesie.
It looked like a pajama set. You know how when you got that solid pair of pants, but the top got that animation cartoon suit? That's what it looked like.
It was fly. It was fly, but one thing was missing. If you take a look in that lower waist area, it was something that I did not see. And ladies, holler if you hear me, but I did not see not near print down there in that onesie.
You was looking for a print from a nigga named Calvin?
Bro, Snoop Dogg. The SNOPICIMPNSNOOP.
So what you sitting here telling me is you was trying to see where the sexual seduction comes from.
It's some words you can't say. Bitch, please get on your motherfucking knees.
With no print.
It's some things you just can't. You gotta calm down.
If we been real, them pants was probably dickies. You don't really see no dick print in no dickies.
I don't know. That fabric looked a little soft because it was thin when he. Never mind. Snoop.
You're about to get
playing.
married, so you know.
This is out of my league.
I'm sorry.
Out of my league. This conversation that I should mind my business because it's not for me.
Snoop looked good. That's all I had to say about that. It was a great time.
Hey man, shout out DMX too. He looked good.
Shout out to DMX.
Uncle. You know what I'm saying? It's good. It's good to see him look like that instead of, you know, us trying to worry about him.
It was a lot of dance moves that I learned. watching that. I will be bringing them out as soon as I'm allowed to go outside again. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I would, but my knees ain't as good as
to go
Snoop.
outside again.
Yeah, when I'm going to wiggle it down just like Snoop did. So
We out here, bro. Y'all ready?
You've been out there.
Yeah, you been out here. Nigga.
Who?
You went to Florida.
Where? When?
You went
Who?
We literally
No,
had a
what?
whole promo video.
We did what?
For last week's episode on our Instagram, if y'all missed it, where it said that you had just came back from Florida and you had a mask.
Oh.
It's documented.
And you just keep showing us pictures of you on the beach with your homegirl.
Oh. Well, it was
Yep.
it was like outside, but like outside adjacent because it wasn't like the outside. You know, the outside that I'm talking about is like the club and the bar.
The bars is open.
I'm not going there. You going there?
I mean, I ain't against it.
Technically, you can't keep your mask on if you're drinking a drink, though.
So, as a nigga that don't like to wear a mask.
Okay. All right. E, how you feeling?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Boo, babe.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Boo, I was just joking about the print, babe.
Okay, let's move on.
Babe, I was just joking, babe.
Okay.
I was looking for your print, too.
Yes, Therese, I had a great week.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
you,
tell me more
you
about
better
it.
let it slide. Or as Snoop would say, you better lay low.
No, so how you feeling?
I'm good.
You giving us dust? He's paying us dust. All right, guys. Welcome to another episode of Textually Active. Let's talk about what we came to talk about.
What we come to talk about today.
So it's been a lot of slicing and dicing going on the timeline here and there. A lot of people ain't making it. We've been cutting off a lot of cutting off. We ain't heard from Trina since.
Hey, that was fire.
We ain't heard from Trina since, right?
She was the baddest.
Nick Cannon almost got out of here. Tory Lanez is on the list. It's a lot of people that's getting the boot and getting tooted during this quarantine.
All I learned was you probably shouldn't say that Harriet Tubman didn't free the slaves. Probably shouldn't say that.
Probably.
That's what I learned. That's what I learned last week.
Because she still has living relatives that are gonna let you know.
She did a lot.
That's gonna say,
Yeah, my man made it seem like that she was helping people do like a store transfer. Like you went from one location to the next.
That nigga was HR. Harriet Tubman was just HR.
It was literally where were they supposed to work? If
there was not a black owned business
there's
inside.
not near black, where were they? Okay. So today, guys, we're talking about cancel culture, and we're talking about counsel culture. So the difference between canceling and somebody who needs counseling, because with the list so long of all the people who are canceled, we have to come up with an alternative solution.
Right.
So it's a lot of people who've been canceled. Let's take a minute and just define cancel.
I think that shit don't exist.
Okay.
I don't think there's no such thing as you getting rid of a nigga that's A, famous, B, wealthy. It's like those people or those statues we already know. I feel like if we can remember them, you can't cancel them.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? If Joe Smo on the timeline say some wild shit and don't nobody know him, the next time he say some shit, we probably ain't gonna see it anyway because we don't know who the fuck it is.
We don't know.
But niggas that we know and we can remember, you can't really get rid of them. Like,
Right.
even from, you know what I'm saying, we don't even know which jail R. Kelly's in, but we remember them jams even though they are nasty jams.
Have they ever found him? I just remember they were saying like they lost him that one time.
He was
and I
like
just don't
locked
know if
up.
they ever
Yeah,
found him.
he been locked up, getting case after case after case because he can't fight it because he ain't got no money.
Yes.
You love to see it, but you hate to see it, but you love to see it. I personally love to see it, but I hate to see it, but I love to see it. So if I had to define cancel culture, I would say to put it in millennial terms, think back to kindergarten, right? You're hanging out, you're having a great time with all your friends. Flashback to that. You do something so wild, you spit on your friend. Or bit him, because, you know, in kindergarten, we was with the shits.
I pushed a nigga into one of those triple deck bookshelves.
You lick your hand and you smack the shit out of somebody, right? It's kindergarten. Just imagine it.
You was on some wild shit.
See, now if you do that today, you gotta yell out "Corona" and then slap him.
Yeah. So you do something like that. The teacher catches you, and she's like, "Rez, if you don't get your butt over there in that corner and sit down, do not come out, do not do anything.
There's black kindergarten teachers in Delaware?
Yes. Oh. There are black people in Delaware. And stop that rumor. So they put you in timeout, right? But all your friends are still there and they still know you and they still, like, they fuck with you. They love you. Even the person that got smacked, they still looking like, dang, she ain't got to sit in that corner like that. So they come by and they sneaking you stuff on the low, like, yo, you all right? You good? Are they trying to make jokes? But that's what being canceled is like. Right. You are in timeout. Everybody knows you're in timeout. But it doesn't mean that people, like, hate you, unless you're R. Kelly. But people are like, people are still aware of your presence.
I mean, I think that's just a us culture, because we be trying our best to cancel them crackers and get them out of here. I mean, we try our best.
We are the most forgiving culture by far.
Right, but we be trying our best. Because shout out to Trey Songz, because everybody that did some racist thing, Trey Songz was on this platform letting it sing, letting that thing sing. He was like, that thing loose, boy. Trey Songz that got more people fired than we. All right, y'all don't get drug tested. I see what room I'm in.
Oh my gosh! Wait, so Trey Songz has been on a campaign, and I heard bits and pieces of it. I've heard that he tried to get Meek Mill out of here because he called. Is he doing something where he's like calling people to support their hood? Or donate to their hood? They're donating money to their.
I guess, but
I hate calling it their neighborhood.
Right.
And he called out Trey Songz to donate money to his neighborhood. Or no, Trey Songz called out Meek Mill to donate money to his neighborhood, and Meek Mill was like, yo, like, what are you doing? Like, I do this already. Like, dog, chill on me. And that turned into an argument on Twitter, and then Trey Songz moved on to his next victim, which was James Harden.
He did.
He had on a Blue Lives Matter mask.
Apparently. Allegedly. We don't know what that mask was.
Now, can you tell me personally what a Blue Lives mask looks like?
I'm gonna turn to you because you be out here knowing some of these kind of things.
I might be wrong, but I feel like it's that mask with the American flag.
But it's blue?
But it's blue.
It usually has a blue stripe, but from my understanding, that's not what it looked like.
Okay.
Oh, it probably was an Adidas mask, because, you know, Adidas like 3 stripes. They put stripes on shit, and it was just blue. Damn, that might have been because, you know, James Harden is an Adidas mask guy. I mean, he's an Adidas guy, so he probably had on an Adidas mask that covered his whole face. And whoever took that picture, hey, y'all niggas gotta stop.
So it does. It's like a black mask, and it has American flag, but it has the blue stripes on it. So technically, if you're looking at it and you know, that's what that looks like. But if your favorite color is blue and you pick it up and you're like, oh, I like this remix flag, you're not going to know.
Right.
So I don't know what James Harden was thinking. I really don't go to James Harden for his thoughts. So Trey Songz seen him.
Where's
like,
James?
I'm not going like, where's James? I really need to hear what he has to say. So,
but you know who did know?
Who?
Young Thug. For sure knew what James Harden was thinking.
Oh,
Thugger? Because Thugger said that James Harden didn't have internet. And we not about to come at this brother like that. He don't got internet. So whatever you niggas is online doing, y'all need to cut the shit, because it still get active out here.
Oh, just like that, huh?
Yeah, I've heard multiple stories about how James Harden is not the one to really mess with. He's like he's really soul tied into these streets.
I've actually heard a lot of stories about Young Thug. Young Thug might be the best friend you could have.
Easy breezy, beautiful Thugger.
Young Thug just defended James Harden.
Oh.
And told Trey it'll go up.
He said it'll get real.
He said it'll get real. He then the week before that he told Pusha T, "Hey, me and Gunna didn't know nothing about you dissing Drake.
I remember that.
You need to do that over there." He done pulled up the French house. He go to Houston while beefing with Sauce Walker. I don't know. Young Thug might be worth it. I mean, we might need to start standing him.
In them records, he can smell that bullshit from a mile away.
He might be a great friend to have, bro. That might be a good friend. Because
he's going to stand on 10 toes and represent his friend. So you got to love it. But in the case of James Harden, you know, Trey Songz had his cancel button ready. You know, he had it up. He was like, we got to cancel him. He's got this mask on. And it's like, wait a minute. Let's take a step back and think about this before you go blazing your gun, getting everybody going on Twitter saying fuck James. Like, let's think about where he was coming from with this, because it's a lot of new areas that we're navigating, and a lot of celebrities don't know. Like, it's almost like you have to tiptoe around,
right?
And just, I don't know. Like, what are you supposed to do if you're not one of those people who aren't on the internet? You don't know what people are upset about. You don't know what these things mean. You're just trying to survive. You're in the NBA dome. Like, what?
I have a question.
Yeah.
How much money do you have to be that out of touch? Because the Blue Lives Matter call sign and the look has been out for years.
True.
Be honest, bro.
It's been out probably, I mean, maybe 2016 at the latest. Like, it's been around for a long time. So I just feel like that's a easy cop out. I mean,
I don't think it's a thing to be about money. It's more so some people just like really don't care. And they go about their everyday life just worrying about the things that they do every day.
Right.
And they are so out of touch that they're not on Instagram. They're not on Facebook. They're not on Twitter. They're worrying about their actual day-to-day lives.
Right.
Like, you know, people like that who don't even log on.
that's fair. But I mean,
Also,
okay.
wild shit, if you laid it on the table in here, I would make a joke and say, is that a Blue Lives Matter? But I just think anything with blue stripes could be associated. It's either a Crip flag or a Blue Lives Matter flag. I would know for sure.
Yeah.
So it's like, I guess, like, you gotta understand, James Harden is one of these bigger athletes who, every time I turn around, James Harden is in the gym shooting and shit.
Yeah.
He lives in a place of, you know what I'm saying, seclusion probably. We'll never, I mean, aside from James Harden being in a strip club throwing his ones on these girlies, we don't really hear much about James Harden. And so, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta remember, James Harden donated a lot of money. He sent money to these all black Black Lives Matters and all types of black establishments and organizations. So he just be out here, you know what I'm saying, repping for the blacks. He probably don't know nothing about the whites or the police.
I mean, the thing, I mean, I will cut him some slack because it's like black, gray, and blue does go really, really well together and goes well with a lot of things.
But a lot of fits, bro.
Right.
And then if you got the president out here talking about, you know, you got to represent the American flag, don't disrespect the American flag. So you throw that in there, and you like, you know, you don't want to be that athlete who's too pissing white folks off. He probably thought it was just hard.
Yeah, he looked like a fashion guy. I seen James Harden on league fits before. He had some hard shit on there before.
It's a hard place to stand in. And I feel like,
why do you think we be so quick to jump on niggas?
Yeah. I feel like you almost have to say enough so when you say something it doesn't get misunderstood. You have to say enough that you're not offending anybody. You have to like rethink, think again, and think some more before you say it. And then if you do say it and you fuck up, there's no room for it to be like, yo, we forgive you because everybody done already jumped on you.
Niggas will take some of the smartest people, some of the most articulate people, niggas who have a pretty clear background and be like, nah, fam, let's get rid of him. Nah, he on here wilding. It's time to get rid of him. It's like, bro, wait. Do you understand what he talking about? Or it's like he may be just articulating himself bad right now. Like he might have a point here, and I think we just jump out there, bro. If you ain't for the cause, you against it, no matter what the cause is.
I just feel like that people. It's a couple of things. I feel like, you know, sometimes people want to be the one that I think like people want to go viral really, really bad.
Yeah,
right. Because you only hear about people being canceled primarily from Twitter. Like that's where it primarily happens most times. Yeah,
Twitter starts it.
And I just think that like sometimes people just want to be the one that's like I'm the one who had the zinger, the one that kind of really got people like, yo, like I got the most laughs and da 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 da. But I mean,
it's catch-22, bro. Look at Hannibal Buress.
Who's that?
So he's basically the chain reaction to why Bill Cosby is in jail.
The story behind Bill Cosby doing the nasty things that he did had been around for a long time.
Right.
Okay.
But once Hannibal Buress started telling these jokes about Bill Cosby being a rapist, niggas started laughing, and then niggas started paying attention, and niggas started doing research. Right. And to fast forward to 2020, Bill Cosby is locked up currently. Right. And you know who we ain't heard much from on a public platform? Hannibal Buress. So
yeah, he's mentioned it once or twice, and it's kind of just been ghost ever since.
I mean, he just put out a new special, but don't nobody really know unless you like care.
Right. I feel like
it sounds like a guilty conscience a little bit. It sounds like, damn, like I didn't mean to.
I was just trying to be funny.
But it did. I was trying to be funny. But let me stay away from people, so I don't. So I'm not the one who's next.
You know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
when you're on Twitter and you catch somebody getting jumped being canceled, it's kind of like you have a chance to like stop the fight or like jump in and jump too. And most times I just walk away and mind my business because I don't want to get jumped too. Or I just retweet it and walk away and not mind my business.
Yeah.
But sometimes people be saying shit and I be like, yo, this nigga spitting. And then I read the comments and I be like, oh, shouldn't have said that. So, it's dangerous because you got to think in a way of the Beehive and, you know, the Barbies and stuff like that. They will get you.
Yeah.
So imagine like saying something wrong about any of those two women and you go viral. And I feel like it's to the point where people just do it now to kind of get attention.
Because that's how we are now in a society that's based off of it. Look at everybody that semi-successful maybe. It is them either like making a meme of themselves in some sort. You know, you either say some good words on Twitter. We got guys out here putting on impersonating women to do it. Whichever gets you the attention that you need. The niggas is out here willing to do that, bro.
So what's the
just
difference between?
Because we don't own shit.
We don't own shit.
We don't own shit.
Yeah.
We don't own shit. And that's what usually happens, bro. It be the people who think, oh, you said this, now it's time to get rid of everything you built up. And it's like, oh shit, you probably could because we don't own shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Kanye don't own them albums. You know what I'm saying? Universal does know the impact they have, and they like, we not gonna cut this nigga. But Kanye don't own them albums. You know what I'm saying? James Harden don't own a basketball team. So if they cancel James Harden, the next thing we know, James Harden is a very talented nigga that's on in the park with us playing basketball.
Oh, we jumping on Kanye?
I mean, you know what I'm
Because
saying?
Kanye has been canceled.
Has he?
In my book, Kanye has been canceled since after Pablo. After Pablo, I let him go. I haven't listened to a Kanye album since Pablo. So that little one with the Woods and the little one with the Gospel and the little one that ain't it another one out?
No.
That's supposed to, it was, you know, the one.
It was supposed to.
He said in his rant that the one was going, you know, did that.
The nigga ran it all week, but when Friday came and that album didn't come out, that nigga showed nigga ghosts.
We didn't see him with Dave Chappelle. We see him with
him
his
and
other
Dame.
friends.
He found Dame Dash. They like walking around Wyoming, but the album was not with him.
Okay, so Kanye's been canceled since Pablo. And I think for me, it's kind of a moment to revisit like how I felt about him. And I had those conversations like, well, can you separate the music from the artist? Can you do this? Because I have his albums. Like I have the hard copy CDs. Mm-hmm. And it's like a lot of the stuff that he's been doing, it upset me to the point where I couldn't even fuck with him anymore. So I'm not sure if that was a hard cancel, but for me, it just looked like ignoring his music, pretending like he didn't exist, basically putting him in timeout. And now it's to the point where he's back at it again. He's out here screaming. He's out here crying in front of groups of people.
Over abortion.
Having a presidential
rally.
Campaign and you're not even on a ballot anywhere? Like, what are you?
He may be on one ballot, but I think that's it.
Okay, so
in one state.
He's clearly out here again. And right now it's kind of like, does he need to be canceled or does he need to be canceled?
How do you cancel a nigga that people care about?
Exactly.
What I'm saying is what I'm saying. We know him. We've loved him for something in our life. We will never forgive him. You know what I'm saying? I just seen somebody post 3 Keisha Cole songs the other day that he produced, and I was like, oh shit, these is bops.
Not gonna lie, I went back and started listening to his music around 2019.
But then here's my thing, bro. Like, the sneakers come out, niggas still got those on. They still selling out.
I mean, but if you
Nigga, I watched the rally. You still have to watch the rally to see what the wild shit he gonna say.
If you had the sneakers, would you throw them away though?
Hell nah.
Okay,
I'm
that's
selling them.
Because some things was like,
yeah,
what?
I'm about to,
I don't even know how much they was. I just knew they was expensive.
Yeah. But like, you have to pay attention to this nigga just because if he say some wild shit, you either need to be informed about it or to see if it's fucking working. Like, is it working? Like, what got me, it was the cry over abortion for me. When he started crying about that, and I was like, nah, we probably need to figure something out. Something ain't right here. Because he said a lot of wild shit. And then in retrospect, you go back, you say a lot of times you say he has a point. He just articulates this very, very poorly.
And I feel like we had a conversation before where it's like, I don't owe him the courtesy to try to figure out what he truly meant.
I don't.
Right. And the thing is, like, and if you go through this every single time, sometimes you might just say, you know what, let me take a moment. Like, I'd be okay if you ever seen Key and Peele when they had like the anger translator type of thing. Like, if Kanye had what I mean articulator, like, I'd be okay. Like,
and it'd be hard for me to like cancel because he'll do something that's outrageous and wild. Then he'll do something that's like, what?
My thing is, don't he think we've been through enough this year?
I mean,
2020 has been coming through and whooping our ass, and he gonna come with this shit?
But there was also a conspiracy theory that Kanye was being a double agent. He only wore the hat so him and Kim could go talk to Trump, and then Kim ended up freeing a lot of people, and then Kanye turned into a billionaire and made this.
Was that when she seen Meek Mill?
Hey, relax.
Was it before or after she met Trump?
Stay out grown people business.
Married people business, because I'm grown too.
Yeah. Oh, well, married people. You almost there, not yet. But then, you know what I'm saying, they freed some people. Then Kanye, out of nowhere, started making this story about him being a billionaire, go live. And the next thing you know, George Floyd's daughter can now go to college from a fund, all paid from Yeezy.
That's great.
I'm just saying.
But he's still an asshole. So my thing is, do we need to cancel him, or do we need to sit down and talk to him?
Who, bro? That's
his people, not me. I'm not talking to him.
Why not?
I'm not talking to him.
So, I mean, I kind of seen that think that only two people could get to him. One of them is with him right now, and they're saying Dame. Dame and Hove is probably the only two people that he'll probably just like listen to. But I'll be honestly, I don't think Hove. I think Hove is over it because he's like, yo, like, you know, that whole $20 million, you know, I gave you $20 million. Now you're a billionaire. Did he pay him back?
I mean, he's also claiming the title owes him money. So, it's catch-22 here, sir.
Right.
And also, I think in order for somebody to get you help, say it with me, guys.
You have to be willing to accept it.
You gotta want the help.
You gotta want it.
From what I'm seeing, Kanye don't want the help. Look at all the people that was around Kanye at one point that are no longer around him, that probably can still get in contact with him if they wanted to and say, hey, sir, you're wilding. Let's help him. But they not around Kanye no more. The guys that's around, like Dave Chappelle just gave us, which, if we want to be honest here, we might have to start looking at Dave Chappelle a little funny. Dave Chappelle gave us a great special this year. And he also went to Wyoming to see what's going on with this guy.
I didn't know that. I didn't know he went out there.
Yeah, last week he went out there. And then, which made it even awkward because they're taking a photo, which is clearly, you know, like press. Like, let's get this photo.
Right.
And he's asking Dave to just be funny, which is like got to be the wildest shit.
You don't ask a funny person to be funny. Like,
the funny thing is, Kanye has a track record of doing that because he apparently did that to Aziz Ansari too a while back.
Right.
Like, he was like, "Oh, make us laugh," and it's like, "Wait, what?"
Like how?
Which goes to my point: is Kanye just always being Kanye? Like
this is probably his personality.
This is probably who he is. Mental health, being healthy or not, but I think it's just him being him.
At some point, this is who you are. and you choose to be this way.
Right.
Ultimately, this is your choice. This is who you wake up every day and you say you want to be this person.
Right.
So it's not up for us to say, oh, Kanye needs help. He has to want it. It's not up for us to say we want the old Ye back. This is Ye. Like, I wish somebody would come up to me and say I want the old Rez back. Bitch, she's here. Now what?
like, do that be preference? Like, I like the other one better than this one.
No, like, stop trying to play me. The girl was 20 pounds lighter and she was a little dippy. Now relax. Rez is here.
Buy my old album. If you want the old Rez.
My thing is with canceling, with anything, you try it. If it doesn't work, you have to try something else. We canceled this man for 4 or 5 years. Kanye was canceled. He was on the cancel list. Whatever that means. It could mean is loosely because, some people cancel him, some people don't. But when you look at it and you look at the internet, the overview of Kanye was fuck him for a few years. Yeah. So in my opinion, he was canceled. Did that help anything? No, because he came back on the same ass bullshit. So at this point, as a people and as a culture, we have to really think, is it helping us turning our back on somebody, or do we just need to sit back and talk? Where's Trina? Can Trina come back? Can we talk to Trina?
Now we see what the real plot is.
I want to talk to Trina.
Now we see, because I feel like we can go back and find some times where Rez is like, nah, I'm over it. But now one of hers is there. She's like, you know what? Can we hear both sides?
And I think Trina might need to get some relevancy before.
Before we cancel it?
I'll allow it.
To bring her back. You might need to be relevant before we bring you back.
But my thing for her is a prime example. It's like, I think we need a scale for this canceling. We need a scale.
We need a guideline.
10 is R. Kelly, right? Round 5-7, Kanye West, because what Kanye West is doing is dangerous.
He might get an 8.
And then we bring it down to what, like B. Simone, J. Cole on the other side.
I feel like B. Simone is more like a 4.
Meek Mill got canceled a few times. We'll put him around 6'5", because sometimes he be a little problematic, And then when we go down, we got 1, Jussie Smollett was on some bullshit, but he about at a 1.
A 1?
Yeah.
I don't know about a 1. A 1 too low, bro.
I know, but he was canceled.
1 is too low.
1 is too low, bro.
I would say he's about 4 or 5.
He set us a couple steps back, bro.
Okay. So all right, can we unpack that for a second?
Just by bringing out a news and making it racist, you kind of like was playing with what the state of he might have been he might be the fucking reason he might have been the catalyst for all this shit of 2020. Mm-hmm. It might have been him.
Oh, it's the bad juju.
You see what I'm saying? Like, he brought out a news and said that they were targeting him because he's black and he's gay.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But,
so he set the blacks and the gays back.
No, see, but and the thing is, I feel like what people keep kind of overlooking is the fact that yes, he did do something like trying to like race bait and make it like that, but he tried to frame 2 black guys. That's the part that is really not sitting well with me.
Forgot about that.
Did he try to frame them, or did he try to frame white men? He said white people did it.
He tried to frame white men, but the black dudes got caught. Right. They got caught for it, and he paid them, so you know what I'm saying? He set them up.
Right. Okay.
And them niggas was like, nah, hold on. Hold on. He paid us. We didn't do this on purposefully.
Who
it was
would
part
we
of
put
his
at
plan.
one then? Who's somebody that got canceled that probably shouldn't be canceled? I can't think. The list, Nick Cannon? Like, he said some messed up stuff. But
in hindsight, I'd be okay with putting Nick Cannon at 1.
Nick Cannon at 1?
Because for him, it was just him being uninformed.
Yeah.
Was it him being uninformed, or did he tell our truths here?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like
not on this podcast, Meezy.
I feel like the jury's still out.
This is black funded by black people.
I feel like the jury's still out in terms about what he, because some people just talk just to talk, right? And yeah, okay, like he may have felt like there was some truth in it and stuff like that, but I mean, words mean things.
Yeah. So picture this: we got the scale. Nick Cannon at 1. R. Kelly at 10.
I would even put James Harden at 1 too.
James Harden, he could be at 2.
We don't know what James Harden was on.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't really know what time. But Thugger said. So I'm gonna take Thugger word.
If he ain't got internet, he ain't got internet, bro.
Take Thug's word. He said what he said.
Right.
No, okay. So we have to scale. It's 1 to 10. R. Kelly's at 10. James and Nick is at 1 and 2. So with this scale, we have to decide before you cancel this person, is it Nick Cannon level where we could talk it out, or is it a hard 10 where they just got to be done? Like, they got to be excommunicated, only send people to feed them and talk to them every once in a while, and pray for them. Because, we like to pray for somebody. Pray for them.
I also think this is like a culture skill, because Nick Cannon being 1 for us.
Yeah.
He's probably a 10 for the Jewish community.
I mean, but we can only talk on black because we're black. I feel like black people have been canceling people more than any other culture right now. Or maybe I only see black because I'm black, and that's what I see my people doing.
Like it.
So I think it's a thing about, and I've heard this throughout the week, just being gentle with our people, being gentle with them. Like, I know I said on the Protect Black Women episode that we don't have time, we're fed up, we're tired. But when you look at it in this aspect, it's kind of like, come on now. We could be mad for a little bit, but canceling is a little extreme.
My biggest question is, why is that cancel culture always seems to happen around an important topic, and then the person we get ready to cancel is because they say something about said topic. Mm-hmm. For instance, if we've been trying to cancel Kanye, but in this whole space of we need to Black Lives Matter or whatnot, statement is on Harriet Tubman, right? In the case of Nick Cannon, racial tensions is high. He decided to say what he said about whites and Jews. There's never a time we cancel a motherfucker for saying these hoes ain't shit in these songs, but it also applies to protect black women. Like, it's never about what the product is. It's always about what a motherfucker said while the conversation is being the conversation. We didn't cancel J. Cole. J. Cole wasn't getting canceled because what he said, because everything he said we agreed with. They always go, but he was coming at a black woman, and we need to protect black women. It's like, bro, just because this is the topic of conversation, it's probably not the only way we gonna understand is if we talk about it. It's probably not time to be canceled.
So you're saying that it's kind of like when you're studying for an exam, and this is a serious test. The test is about being black.
Right.
And people have questions about the exam coming up, but they propose their question in a way that may be offensive to other people. Are they organize their thoughts in a way that may be offensive?
Nigga do it right at the end of
their
class,
statements,
and
yeah.
And
it's kind of like, wait, like, we just sat up here and we talk about this all day, and now you're gonna say this. Yeah. Another way that I would frame it would be, think about, okay, let's say we make it. They pull up them tweets from 2011, 2008, 2009.
I said
right?
what I said.
And they bring them back up. And what is the first thing somebody says when they bring them tweets back up? Not you, because you going to say you said what you said. Yeah. But
niggas start
what normally happens?
Start going into apology mode.
And what they say?
You know, I'm a different person.
Thank you. I'm a different person. So if we can accept the fact that somebody can be a different person after they tweeted something 5 years ago, why can't we accept the fact that somebody can say something fucked up and then change their thought process? That's all I'm saying.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
So, therefore, I am for the talking it out. If you say something fucked up, I'm there. I support that move. Will I be the one that's talking to you?
Because there's
probably not.
It's a lot of clouded shit out here, bro. Right now, in the honor of protect black women, on your scale from Nick Cannon to R. Kelly, where does Tory Lanez fit?
In order to determine where he sits, we would have to know the full story, right?
But based off what we know, there was an incident. Mm-hmm. He was with Meg Thee Stallion. Meg Thee Stallion was shot in the foot. And Tory Lanez went to jail for a gun charge.
I do not agree that any man should ever shoot any woman.
Any person.
Any person.
You just...
Oh, hold on. You fix it for me. Any black woman. And everybody else after that.
No. I mean, no, my question wasn't like, meaning like, no, like, say black women? No, it's just like so it's okay for men to shoot other men? Like people shouldn't be able to shoot anybody.
You're all live in this right now.
Nah,
bro.
sometimes I gotta clap you if you walking up in my apartment at the wrong hour.
Two things can be true here, but right now we're talking about black women.
Right now we talk about Megan Protect.
You're being very all lively right now.
Wow.
You're giving all lives
You're giving
matter.
James Harden mask right now.
Okay.
Relax.
No.
All right. So I'm saying, damn, I lost my train of thought. But I was saying, I don't think it's okay for Tory Lanez to shoot Megan if he shot her. Allegedly. If he shot her. It's never okay. It's not funny.
I mean, I've seen some pretty funny shit.
It's not funny. It took me a while not to laugh at it.
You can't do shit to black women. You can't even laugh at them.
It was traumatizing for her. And when you look at it like that, no woman should ever be put in that situation where they get shot by a man. Tory Lanez was wrong. He's terrible. If that's what happened, he should be up there at about a 9. Right underneath child molester.
I feel like
God damn.
I just feel like that we're at a point where like we should wait until we get all the facts before we decide something.
But
that's what I'm saying.
We don't never get the facts.
Yeah, we're saying based off of what we heard in the story, where will we place him?
Because a lot of us watch the documentary Chris Brown did.
Are you comparing this to Chris Brown? And they were in a car. They were dating allegedly. Something took place in that car.
His story was she hit him first. She bit him first. The degree of what he did to her is very important in this conversation because it looked bad. But also, is there not a place that he can defend himself here? Because if it was me, I probably would have just wrecked the Lamborghini and both of us would have been fucked up. But he did what he did, and I'm not justifying that that's the right thing to do in these cases. But both parties need blame here.
So are you saying that you think Meg was probably laying hands on him?
Maybe. But what I'm saying is Chris Brown took that fall.
Right.
He was the guy that had a very rough 5-6 years of us looking at him as he still gets woman beater jokes all the time.
He probably was high.
He gets those jokes now. Like, you know what I'm saying? He took a very bad rap. When in hindsight, the story is allegedly.
Whenever Chris beats or wins against another song in Saturday Smoke, we say, Chris beat another woman.
See what I'm saying? Look at this stigma
but
behind
it's
Chris.
like, especially if it's like he beat like a girl song, his male song beat a girl song, where like Chris.
Look at this stigma
he beat another
that's stuck to
woman.
him, and we may or may not have to give that stigma for Tory, because if I'm not mistaken, the beginning of the quarantine, we was all tuned in.
Quarantine radio.
We liked it.
I seen some things. I followed a couple things. They got a little annoying. I had to unfollow them, but I followed.
Wow.
Okay, Delaware. I'll never forget.
See,
so
we be put in these places, bro.
It's just, men are held to a higher standard, and you guys are expected to not react.
So let's start putting these girls
de-escalate.
in the case of equality. Let's start holding these. No, I probably shouldn't say that. But I kind of mean it. Like, we probably need to start putting these women in the same place.
So if
not too many times do women get canceled either.
If it comes out that Tory had a broken rib, a black eye, and a broken nose, and the story still remains that he shot Megan, what do you think his level should be on the cancel chart?
If he had to defend himself, then I feel like it doesn't matter. Like there's no clause that says when you defend yourself and you have a gun that you can or cannot use it against anyone or any particular type of person.
If a girl robber break into your house, I feel like if you shoot her, it was justified.
Okay.
I mean, again, like Meezy said, two things can be true. I mean, I don't know. Again, we weren't there, so I don't know what, like, in being in close proximity in a car, or the fact that she was outside the car, which then made you pull out your gun in order to scare them or shoot or whatever. But I just feel like it's still too early. I mean, I get about the speculating, but it's just wild because I feel like what happens if we find out she provoked them or
that's
whatever.
what I'm asking. I'm saying hypothetically, if we find out that she laid hands on him, broke his nose, fucked up his rib a little bit, blacked his eye, and the reaction was to shoot her in the foot, where would you put him on the scale?
Here's my conspiracy theory. Tory's taking a charge for Meg. That was Meg's gun. And Meg accidentally shot herself in the foot.
But
So
That's
you
the
think
ledge.
You think she Plaxico
That's
burst or something?
that's the ledge I'm going on. That she shot herself in the foot, because you know how active girls get when they're in an anger mode, and that's the ledge that I'm putting on I'll say it on my platform. I think Tory is taking a charge for Meg.
all right, we're gonna put a pin on that because you might be on to something, big fella. But we gonna hold on to that. All right, what time is it? What time stamp that? We gonna revisit that. I'm gonna remember you said that because when the facts come out in about 5 years, because you know they take a minute
Every time.
they gonna do a rollout. They gonna do a documentary.
When niggas' careers is on the edge, somebody
she's gonna
need to do a
sit down on a
tell-all.
couch and talk to Jada Pinkett Smith.
Which we need to be canceling her, but we talked about that already. But
Why does she need to be canceled? We said we're not canceling anybody. We said we're gonna talk to them,
we
or we're gonna have somebody talk to them.
all I'm saying is, in that interview, Will did say, I was mad as hell at you and I was through with you, which I took as she did something else. So she may be a serial entanglementer.
Interesting. All right.
Entangler. Entangler. I like it.
And she was on that Batman, that Gotham show. It definitely sounds like a villain name.
See?
So to round this out, would you guys agree with cancel culture being canceled and moving on to counseling people, or do you think we should still continue to cancel?
I think because of the way that the world moves, it's only going to be hot for a week if you decided to take it to heart. That's you. That's how you feel about situations. There's 3 people in here right now. It's probably 3 different ways to fry chicken. You know what I'm saying? You're going to do what you want to. But I feel like you got to be the person to decide that, bro.
Yeah.
I'm still listening to Kanye's songs and playing them in my leisure, regardless of if Harriet Tubman. It's wild that you could say that slaves were slaves by choice and then say Harriet Tubman didn't do nothing to help them. It's just like, it's wild to hear somebody say that. But I'm separating the music from that guy because his music don't usually reflect those. And we didn't even touch on mental health, but I feel like that's a conversation that I wasn't even ready for.
I think it's funny that the internet has given us so much entitlement that we think that we can cancel people that we don't actually know. Because in our real life, with our real people, you're going to let the motherfucker that disrespects you every week, all the time, disrespect you in your face, talk shit about you in your back, and you're still not going to cancel them. But as soon as a motherfucker get online and say something you don't like, excuse me, you're going to have to bleep that. As soon as an MNFer get online and say something that you don't like, it's, oh, he's canceled, and you're gathering all your friends. You still listening to her? You still doing this to her? You still doing that? Like, I've had friends that say stuff to me in real life that I don't like, and I still kind of give them a moment. So my thing is, why you want to cancel people on the internet? Focus on the people in your real life that you could cancel first and then move on to that. Like, and as an individual, if you don't like something that a celebrity is doing, that's fine. Cancel them on your own. Yeah. The whole problem is when you're bringing the whole world into it, like, oh, why are you messing with that person? It just becomes sheep behavior. And we have to get out of that as a culture because, like you said, you still cool with listening to Kanye West and you still like his music and stuff. I wasn't for a moment, and that's fine. But I'm not about to be like, damn, Meezy, that's what you like? Like, no, it's okay.
Just because I like certain things does not mean those are also my views on life.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm trying to figure it out because I want to try to get to a point so I can try to practice it. So are we saying that the bigger difference between canceling and counseling is if someone has a viewpoint versus someone's actions? So essentially, like you might have Kanye, right, who has, said these different things that are very problematic and different things of that nature. versus someone like an R. Kelly who is, you know, basically.
Oh, he's getting active.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
he was very active.
So, I mean, is that the difference?
Dude, I guess so. I bet I feel like
That's
yeah,
the major difference.
But I feel like yeah, only because this gonna sound real bad. But
this is a safe place.
no, it's not. R. Kelly doesn't have behaviors that counterbalance the negatives.
So so basically, it kind of sounds like that. If you look at the spectrum between the way you feel about something and what you say versus something that you actually do,
right,
and you multiply that by the impact that you have. I
mean,
in the moment.
If you tell me,
that's what it sounds like. I mean, I'm not trying to like put you in a corner. But
what I'm saying is, if you're telling me that seems like you're ready, your body's calling me. My mind's telling me no, but your body's telling me yes. It's counterbalanced by I believe I can fly.
No.
Exactly. So R. Kelly doesn't have, you know what I'm saying? He has actions of there are girls that he's had and whatever he did with them, married them young, kept them in the basement and did whatever he did. There's also no actions of R. Kelly being a philanthropist.
I don't know if there's anything he can do to fix that.
There's nothing
that's
he
one of
does.
those things where I've never seen a reformed molester. I can't say that I have. Like, you molest until you die. And I don't think there's anything he could do to fix that behavior. That was nasty. It's a lot of women out here who have been hurt that way, especially black women that's been hurt. It's hard to forgive that. Like,
whereas we've seen Kanye go to Chicago and do a lot of philanthropist things. We've seen him be part of a team that gets people out of black men out of jail. But then he goes on to say some wild shit. So it's like, this nigga be wilding. But he also helps people. Which is...
It's not enough.
Yeah. So I don't really know. It's hard to say actions over words.
Yeah, I think it depends on the action. It definitely depends on the action. Like, if you spit on somebody because you was mad, maybe you cannot be canceled. Like, maybe we can talk about that. I know people who probably got spit on who forgiven that person that spit on them. So why can't we do it on the internet?
What if I just spit on you because I wanted to spit on you?
I mean, I don't think we can fix that. Because it's nothing to talk about. It's going to be like, so what can I do to prevent you from spitting on me in the future? I did it because I wanted to. No.
Valid.
Does that help you clear it up, E?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I didn't really come into this thinking that I was going to get like a definitive answer.
Yeah, we never did.
And I think it's just, to be honest, I'm kind of tired, right? In terms of like,
now he's a black woman.
Oh, he's tired.
Right? No, it's because I just feel like I've been high on this hill on my own of like there's this whole this or that, black or white. It has to be this, and no one is willing to meet in the middle. No one's really able to say like, hey, let's see both sides, right? Because there's bias, there's all these different things that are very, very valid that, I mean, I just feel like we don't ever get all the information and we just go, right? Yeah. But then I know in the same breath that also says like, you know, if you look at that from every single situation, right? Like you say, hey, like for Bill Cosby, like, yeah, we didn't have all the information, but does that mean that we still give him the free reign until proven, until it's like technically proven?
Oh, no.
So my thing to round out that was to just say like, mind celebrities' business. Like, I feel like in America we have this thing where we get so attached to these people, and in all actuality we don't know them.
I think
I'm just
kind of over celebrity,
and we don't try to understand them.
Yeah, we don't like
like niggas keep going at Lil Wayne for saying you know cops are essential. His statement is essentially cops are important. And he also says, you know, I don't understand because I've never seen those types of acts of racism against me.
I think we just got to start treating them like people too. Like, there is no, this whole celebrity thing is weird. Like, at the end of it all, they bleed like we bleed. They put their pants on one foot at a time like we do. They have a hard time
unless you're Prince.
Oh, Prince, yeah. They dance like we do unless you're Beyonce.
Or in Lil Wayne's case, you shoot yourself and a white cop comes in and saves your life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You probably take that sentimental, you take that to heart.
It's kind of like you guys got to stop putting these people up on a pedestal. Like, treat them like people that you would know in your real life. Like, you have an uncle that done touched some of your cousins that you still talk to.
Wow.
Did I take it too far?
Wow.
I mean,
That was the first thing that came to my mind.
I mean, you Nick Cannon scale. You said some things that may have been true, but somebody out here gonna be offended.
I'm sorry if I offended anybody, but you do have people in your family. You might have had somebody on drugs that stole something from you, did something wrong, said something outrageous that you still deal with. So, mind your business about what celebrities is doing a little bit. Just mind a little bit.
But okay.
If you don't fuck with them a little bit, don't fuck with them a little bit.
Because if we can take Beat Simone platform, we can damn sure take Kanye's. Damn, wasn't nobody rolling with me when
I mean, I just don't care.
Nobody was gonna roll with me. All that.
Did we take her platform?
I ain't heard a baby girl in about 4 months.
Baby girl.
See, I didn't get that, so that's how much I don't care.
Yeah, he's in his business, but yeah, I think it's a few layers to it. We're gonna go ahead and take a break. If I offended you during this episode, hey, talk to me about it.
If you was offended by anything I said, oh well.
No, talk to me. If you want to cancel me, I mean,
oh well.
Let's take a break and we'll be back with our final thoughts. All right, and we're back with our final thoughts. I think we kind of left some things lingering about the celebrity piece to this. Do you guys have anything else you want to say about it to wrap up this final thought segment?
I mean, I think we gotta start taking shit for what it is, and either like wanting to damn understand some things like quick, like just understand people, because I feel like you said this earlier. A lot of times, it's a lot of like lately. It's been black people trying to cancel things, like because we feel the type of way about it. But I also feel like it's kind of counterbalanced, like it's counterproductive to the movement that we're trying to create, because it's like, I mean, I hate the whole black on black crime thing, but
what's that? Never heard of it.
But
it doesn't exist.
Yeah, that's not a thing.
But nothing exists until you give it a label. You know what I'm saying? Like until if I just shoot anybody, no matter who it is, it's not a crime until somebody says, "Hey, that was a crime."
Right.
Shit just happens. So I feel like in like the same cases of like we're not canceling Nick Cannon. It just looks like Nick Cannon is done. And I don't think we like came together and said, "Hey, we're getting Nick Cannon out of here." It's just this perception around Nick Cannon. That's just Nick Cannon's thing. And I feel like if we're gonna be forgiven, if we're gonna be forgiving everybody else for the fuck shit that they do, the first place we need to look is start forgiving our people for what the fuck they said, regardless of how detrimental it is to the movement. Because we need to get in there and say, "Hey, we support them, but they on some fuck shit." Mm-hmm. They on some fuck shit, and that's not a representation of all of us, because everybody gonna think different ways. I mean, all of us ain't as militant as Dr. Umar. And all of us ain't Harriet Tubman didn't free slaves. Like there's a lot of room on spectrums for us, and I feel like we've got to somehow come together and put that together, because it's a lot of us. There's a lot of think pieces. A nigga was trying to cancel Jay-Z for being with an organization. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get the check to help other motherfuckers. Don't nobody ever say, "Nah, we need to cancel Jay-Z for supporting all these people." We always say, "It's against us, let's end them." And it's wild. That's crazy. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it one bit.
Go ahead.
I think for me, and I feel like I mentioned this before, I just think that just kind of looking at everything from a case by case, right? And I feel like we paint everything with a broad brush, right? It's literally this or that. And I think that we just have to come to a point where we decide that, hey, when it's breaking news, you do not make a decision right then and there.
Facts.
Right. We find out what happened. Right. You can, the same way that you can kind of like put somebody on pause. You say, hey, I'm going to hold off on something, right? Because this looks a little weird in the light. But until you find out actually what happened, how can you really decide to make a decision about something and you just don't have all the facts?
I like it, bro.
And I mean, and I honestly think that, I think the counseling piece, I think where that kind of stops at is once action has taken place, if that makes sense.
Right.
So to be honest, it's probably not on the same. I feel like you probably shouldn't even put those all on the same spectrum of canceling, to be honest. It should just be, okay, well, maybe one side needs to be counsel and one side needs to be cancel. And then if you're from 0 to 5, that needs to be, I'm going to counsel with you and I'm going to try to talk this out with you. Or, and that's a little bit more forgiving. But when you're on the other side of the spectrum, when you actually take some action and you actually do something,
we getting rid of you.
Right. We got to get rid of you and you need to stay away because you are not for the complete betterment. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, maybe what that is like, all right, when you are saying something and you just have so much impact and it just completely goes against the work that's being done as a whole, it's not necessarily we're going to counsel you, but we're just going to put you in this corner. We're just going to hey, let's get you out of the way because you're being a distraction. And I think that's it.
For me, I'm going to go back to what I said about treating celebrities like human beings in the sense where they have the opportunity to make mistakes because they are human too. I think everything gets confused when we put them up on a pedestal and we start looking at them like stars and idols and stuff. When they do something, it hurts a little bit more because you're idolizing this person and you wouldn't expect them to do this, not realizing that you don't know this person. Like you do not know. We do not. As much as I love to say Beyonce is my best friend, I do not know that woman. I know nothing about her. I don't even know like what her daily routine looks like. I don't know her. So it's hard for me to say like if an action that she does is out of her character or not, or if it's who she really is. Another piece of that, when you're thinking about celebrities and everything, think about the people who are also like starting the fires, because if somebody does something, like you said, give it a moment to breathe. When a situation takes place on Twitter, there's always about 10 to 100 people. So is blank blank canceled now? Did this get blank blank canceled? Like, shut the fuck up for a second. Like, let's scale it back. Let's see what happened before we go pulling the trigger and getting the cancel army together. Thanks. And another thing, move by yourself. Like, if you're not messing with that celebrity right now, don't mess with them.
Facts. You
don't have to drag everybody else into it. You don't have to go tweet, so are we canceling him? Why are you not canceling him? I'm judging you if you listening to that person. Like, Facts. We don't know these people.
What I will say, though, is that yes, for social media, it's your account. You have every single right to say or express how you feel, but I have every right to express how I feel in muting you. Mm-hmm. All right, so just the way that you're
heavy on the mute.
Oh, I'm big heavy on the mute.
What's
big
the
heavy
mute?
on a 30-day suspension, all that stuff.
What does a mute mean?
So I have this thing that. When you're on Facebook, when you're on Instagram, in particular on Instagram, they say you can mute people's stories or mute their post and or both. And that's just basically like, I'm still following you. I just don't want to see it. Mm-hmm. Right. And on Facebook, they have this automatic function that you can say, they say snooze this person's post for 30 days. And essentially that's like my way of putting you on timeout because the stuff that you're showing or stuff that you're doing, it's just not conducive for my mental health right at this moment. So you never know. Or you might say, oh, did you see this now? I might lie and say, yeah, I've been busy, but you just may have been muted.
That part.
Can't relate because I wasn't following you to begin with. And Sean ain't heard no name in a while since the Beyonce. I just wanted to put that out there.
Man, listen.
Ain't heard it. She's still doing the book club and everything. Ain't nobody reading the books.
Just remember the scale. Celebrities are human.
Niggas like J. Cole put
I'm
two
looking
records
at it a
out.
little bit more past celebrities. I just think that should be like in general. Like,
And I'm talking about for me. This is my final thought. For me, y'all having two different conversations. Macy's laughing at No Name Beyonce. You talking about everybody.
I'm laughing at the niggas like J. Cole put 2 songs out and they go #1, but I still ain't seen nobody say I subscribe to No Name Book Club.
Oh my god.
yo, listen, Meezy, I'm gonna give you half.
Hey, we're fucking the fucking world is. Hey, Blackwood, I'm sorry for y'all play. I apologize.
So, thank you.
I apologize.
Yeah. So remember the cancel scale. Forgiveness. Celebs are human. Cancel the people in your real life. Don't drag everybody into canceling. And forgive at your own pace. That's all I have. Baby maker time.
You are now tuned in.
You are now tuned in to WMEZ. This week, I ain't even sure if I played this guy before. I tried not to repeat all this, but shit, we've been doing baby makers for a while, and I don't really know. So, this week, the baby maker this week is from 1111. He ain't as popular as I think he is, but he's from 1111. This record is called "Call Me Daddy" here on WMEZ.
Textually active.
I'ma lead the memes this week, bad boy. Cause I got a good one and I'm ready to use it. So pull out your memes, everybody. This week, my meme says, I've got 99 problems and basically all of them could be solved by a salary increase. Yeah, you feel me? You feel me?
Yeah,
Niggas is out here needing a job, and they also need salary increases.
For the ones that, some people need jobs and some people just need a reason to stay at said job.
Sorry, sir. So, E, what meme you got? We're going to let Rez go last because
right.
I don't like the way she's looking at me today.
Yeah, because it's kind of wild. All right, so mine is not necessarily really a meme, but it was a quote that kind of stemmed after the Nick Cannon debacle, the TIFF.
Tiff.
Shout out to Tiff.
Right. So basically it was something from Leonard Charlemagne the God McKelvey.
Oh.
Right. He had a quote that basically said, "I can't wait until the day black people are able to fire people for saying things about us that we deem racist. We can barely get cops fired for actually killing us."
So that's it, bro. We don't own shit. That's what be happening.
That's true.
Riz?
My meme is, it's Leo season right now. Shout out to all you Leos doing your Leo thing.
Don't know it.
Begging for attention and talking about yourself all day. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. But right after that comes Virgo season.
Oh.
And a Virgo will be like, I hate when I go out in public and there's public there.
Oh.
That is such a thing you would say.
That is a thing.
I hate when I go outside and people be outside.
I don't know if that's a Virgo. Oh, no. I be needing people out there. I'm trying to see what's cracking. It
No,
don't get
because
cracking.
I feel like Virgos, we're so we plan it down to the T. So when we go out to the store or we're going to CVS, we know exactly what we want to get. Very strategic. So I have it mapped out. I'm going to walk in that CVS. What are you laughing at?
The fact that you said that you plan it, so you plan for people not to be outside
So
when
I'm
you're
planning
outside.
for me to be able to walk into CVS, go get my nail polish, walk to the register without a goddamn person being in my way. So when there is a public in the public, I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
That sounds personal.
Yeah, that's wild.
All right, did you share your meme?
Yeah, we ready to go out this bad baby.
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we hope you got a doctor's note for why you were late.
All right.
You don't need to be paying attention to me and all of my goodness
I do.
on my heart.
Oh, I do.
See?
I do.
What you about to do? Cancel me?
Oh, yeah. Are you going to cancel me? I might be canceled after today's episode.
Nah, fuck that. I'm here. I'm standing beside you. I
All
stand
right.
with Riz.
All right. That's it. That's that on that. Protect black women. And my thoughts and what I said. Because I said what I... Okay. Anyway, thank you all for listening to another episode of Textually Active. We will be back next Tuesday. In the meantime, in between time, keep up with us on our social media pages. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. All those links are below. Fuck with us because we fuck with y'all.
Yeah, let's wrap this up, bro. My stomach is bubbling. It's time to go get something to eat.
All right, y'all. I'll see y'all next week.
Peace.
Thank you for listening to the Textually Active podcast. This podcast is a full-service production from the Open Media Lab. Be sure to check in every Textual Tuesday along with following them on all social media at Textually Active Pod. Textually Active is a part of the Open Media Network.